Hey everybody, what's up? This is Retro Character Reviews, dressing up the set for hopefully either a figure or probably, I guess, FaceTime, or I guess real face, review for, my Superman review later this week. So, a couple of updates, in the retro news, along with some final thoughts of what I hope, James Gunn's Superman is going to be, hopefully this week. So, starting off, if you guys saw my, Jurassic World Rebirth. It's kind of late at night. I'm trying to do this quick. It's one of those rush schedule weeks here, so bear with me, guys. You notice that I basically got the Nerf Pro Torrent. The main reason I got around to finally getting this blaster, not on sale, by the way, at a local Walmart, is mainly because I wanted to test the round it came with, and already you can tell it's pretty close to what they almost had with the Strife Pro X. And it did look pretty good for the video itself when I was doing a standard issue movie review for Jurassic World. I will say the good news out of it, because it is half-length, almost all the darts you see here, I think this is an Ember from the X-Shot Skins Fury, a Neon, I forgot the name of the exact blaster type, from Dart Zone for, I believe they're their Venom Pro series and a bunch of other blasters. All could take this just fine. The only big concern I've had with the blaster itself, and probably with this mag, is how very rigid it is for pretty much a official Talon style angle mag. And honestly, the build quality thankfully is there. I just not feeling the bumper pad. I don't know, maybe it's too rigid, maybe too much PVC in the right areas. I don't know. Who knows? Translucents are not bad. Again, I'll talk more about that probably when I get a better blaster in the Pro series, if Nerf is still continuing to try anything with the Pro line. And also, since this is that blaster also is angled mag, that means probably Talons are probably going to be best for it, or probably Nightingale mags, which I might also want to pick up for all the news I heard about on Dartzo's side of things, for those new blasters coming out, especially that Mark 1. Mark 2 remake. So I'll talk more about that probably in the shorts next time in the things I missed, probably when that blaster finally drops. So with that said, let's get to some final hopeful thoughts on the previews on Superman so far before my review later this week. It looks good. I mean, there's no really getting around it. Cornswood looks like he's got the mannerisms of a Christopher Reeve era kind of Clark, with like a nowadays in the comics kind of attitude. James Gunn has done a lot of legwork, marketing wise and toys wise. You've all seen it basically being mass blasted all over the place throughout the last couple of weeks of marketing for it. And yeah, that's all I really got to say. My honest hopeful I guess predictions, it's going to be a stronger story than I think it's going to be, and when, you know, Clark flies, it beats all those weird CG spin allegations that all the guys, dumbasses, have been saying lately on the negative side of the Snyder Bros, long story short there. Again, late at night here, I'm trying to wrap this up. So, with that said, and, I don't know, ultimately, I think the movie's gonna project just fine. I don't know budgeting-wise, so I'll probably figure that out day of the review. So again, keep your eyes on that if anything else. So on to, speaking of updates from the shorts, Kamen Rider zeztz got premiered last weekend, and I wanted to do a quick thoughts on just the overall suit itself. So again, bear with me, I'm doing with light Google searching, so this is going to take a while than usual. Here we go. So starting off with the most obvious thing that everyone's complained about so far is the background design from the teaser. By the way, card 2 Toei's official channel, so that way we can keep this as legal as we can here, like usual. So, with the legalities out of the way, I don't know what else to say. It's mostly silhouettes for most of the design. Yeah, and I think the big gimmick is that he's probably going to be dream-oriented, otherworldly, which is nothing really new, especially for Reiwa, but having the sleep/probably dream aspect to it. Again, we only have a bare bones of what the motif is going to be for this year. However, the big thing and everyone has basically mentioned, aside from the obvious shot in the volume kind of green screen AI backgrounds, yeah, it's not really doing any favors. Aside from that, the teaser also kind of gives it like you're watching a Nissan commercial kind of vibes. But again, the whole reason why they're doing that and why the suit is more trickled down or more like I guess streamlined in the mesh more than usual for a writer suit like this is mainly because they want to try, and I do mean this nicely, try to do something for the States, and by that I mean get it here legal first. I might have overcorrected, and that I thought the UK was also going to get some streaming distribution on the same timeline as us scheduling wise, but that might be a later date kind of thing. However, I am happy to say Canada also is going to be one of the few Western states that get Western countries that do get to have some simulcasting with this series when it comes out later in September. Also, my overall thoughts with Gav, the final forms look just fine, and like most Rare Era shows, is starting to act like a broken record when they get good. Kind of wait and see on my overall thoughts on the finale, but so far everything is turning out so good. I guess for the main crew, and I think the Eat Corporation. It's been a while since I had the name of the main foes. They're already on their dissension. They're already on their downfall. So if anything, it gives me like a lot of I guess the Gaia Memory family from Double. It kind of makes a lot of sense that their downfall's kind of going around about that same way. So hey, I can see the Double vibes there, if anything else, as far as upbeat writers go, just like Gav. And I don't really know what kind of attitude this is giving me for this writer. There's not really too much to go off of. Like most leaks of writer suits over the years, especially in Heisei, that they always had some rough sketches from Toei official. Oh, wow, from writer official themselves. That's actually very rare. Another thing, if you've noticed, Kamen Rider Global is now more or less in charge with the socials around this. And yeah, this is the full body so far for the suit. And you can already tell the big glaring issue that everyone has been talked about to death is the cross strap rider belt of it all. To make it long story short, outside of this figure form, I'm a pretty big guy, long story short. And I do hope that that could be, I guess, their idea for most Western fans like myself. I know other body types. I think Hot Achilles has probably talked about how legitimately hard it's going to be to cosplay this, and there's going to be some knockoffs, I guess, in the opening arcs for the new Rider series. So that's probably how it is going to be with Zeztz. That having been said, yeah, like always with mostly writer shows and mostly new Toku in general, my pronunciation is always going to be the hardest at first. Like I said earlier with last year, Gav is the most obvious example. I thought it was Gavu for a while. So, again, we're in that kind of timeline where I mispronounce, but then I try to get it better as time goes on. My hiccups aside, I don't know. Ultimately, I think the show is still going to be good regardless. The fact that it's going to have U.S. Simulcasting either week of or probably a few weeks down the road between episodes is still better than nothing as far as legalization goes for Kamen in general here in the States. And yes, me also still being jealous. I'm very much aware that Ultraman just had their 60th anniversary promo, just stock footaging the last 60 years of the show itself. Superaya, I have stated, has done better work legality-wise than most Toku shows would dream to do. And also, speaking of Toku anniversaries, I'm very much aware that Garo is having a 20th anniversary, and they're having a new show. I saw the previews. It looks great. That will probably be my things I missed for this news video, because I absolutely want to talk about that. So until hopefully squeezing that and a Superman review is aside, final thoughts before I close out before you guys go see the new movie this weekend. Yeah, long story short, I'm very hopeful for James Gunn's Superman. I forgot to mention this in the early half of this video. I am very much aware my country's Fox News tried to main character this and pretty much Streisand affected pretty hard. Long story short there, as far as, I guess, old head terminology goes, it basically means that the movie's marketing is just fine, so there's not really too much to worry about. Again, I'll talk more about that in the full review itself if the marketing gets a little weirder after that. They already had the premiere. They're basically ready to go, if anything else, as far as this movie goes. Outside of that, I'm very hopeful for the movie in general. I think the plot is going to be good enough as is, just showing a couple of years in Superman as is. This is what the most early predictions what the plot's going to be as far as the timeline goes for this new DCU, and honestly, I'm a very big fan of James Gunn's work in general, so yeah, if anything else, I would love to see this succeed far beyond probably the box office the opening weekend. So that having been said, and previews of my review aside, yeah, I'm very hopeful for Kamen Rider despite everything that's going on with the marketing around it. Again, this is early days. We don't really have a full cast reveal. They don't have announcements of any press conferences for the new cast and the trailers for that yet. Probably by the time we make it to past, I want to say, Gab's summer movies, we'll probably get a better idea of what's going to be going on there. As for the whole volume green screenification of it, it could be worse, personally speaking, as far as putting things in the volume goes. I believe King Oger was the most heaviest use of green screen being put in the volume, because of probably pandemic restrictions back in the day with that Sentai show. So don't know if that's the same case here. I'll know more details as time goes on. And with those details, what did you think of what little I did as far as retro news goes? Again, this is a busy week, and I kind of want to get all my ducks in a row for the Superman review later this weekend. Speaking of which, go to my suits here that I probably have to go out of my way to look for to, I don't know, make it DCU approve. To hit the notification bell, that will sub the channel as always. Go to Real Figure for me here. Not a lot of puppeting here. Again, it's 2 in the morning. Sorry, guys. Yeah, to see my previous content. Also, my previous video, which was obviously my Jurassic World Rebirth review. Go to hopefully a future Nerf project. I'm still going to try to do some range testing in between the shots if I got time. Also, I might be on vacation next week as well. So again, I'll let you guys know in case anything changes as far as Nerf content goes. Like I said, see the previous video, see the shorts as usual. I am rambling, and it is a very almost sleep deprived Richard Kid review saying, yeah, this new Rider, I'm all hopeful as usual. I'm glad it's here in the U.S., but yeah, this guy better give me better dreams. Just saying.